Every night at exactly 3:03 a.m., something walks by my house whistling. It started about 3 months ago. I live alone in a small house at the end of a quiet street. One night, I woke up at 3:03 a.m. exactly. I remember checking my phone, to the sound of whistling outside my window. It was a distinct tune, something that sounded vaguely familiar, but that I couldn't quite place. I got up and looked outside, but I couldn't see anyone. The street lights showed an empty road, and the whistling had stopped. I figured it was just someone walking home late, and went back to bed. The next night, the same thing happened. I woke up at exactly 3:03 a.m. to the same whistling tune. This time I was quicker to the window, but again I saw nothing. This continued for a week straight, always at 3:03 a.m., always the same tune. I started to get concerned, so I set up my phone to record the sound. When I played it back the next morning, the whistling was there, clear as day, but there was something else too. A faint voice saying what sounded like my name at the end of the tune. I decided to stay up and watch from my window the next night. At 3:03 a.m., the whistling started, and this time I saw something. A tall, dark figure walking slowly down the street. It moved with an unnatural gait, almost like it was floating just above the ground. As it passed under a streetlight, I could see that its proportions were wrong. Its arms were too long, its neck too thin. I was frozen in fear, unable to move away from the window. The figure stopped directly in front of my house, turned its head toward my window, and the whistling stopped. For a moment, we just stared at each other. Then it raised one impossibly long arm and pointed directly at me before continuing down the street, the whistling resuming as it walked away. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. The next day, I asked my neighbors if they had heard anything strange at night. None of them had. I even called the police, but they said they couldn't do anything without evidence of a threat or trespassing. I tried setting up a camera to record the street, but every night at 3:03 a.m., the footage would become distorted and grainy, showing nothing but static until 3:04 a.m., when it would clear up again. Last week, I found something on my front porch in the morning, a small, carved wooden whistle. There was no note, no explanation, just the whistle. I threw it away immediately, but the next morning, it was back on my porch. The whistling continues every night. I've tried staying at friends' houses, but no matter where I am, at 3:03 a.m., I hear it. Last night, I woke up to find my bedroom window open, even though I'm certain I closed and locked it before going to bed. On my nightstand was the wooden whistle, and written on my mirror in what looked like condensation were the words, "Join me." Tonight, I'm going to try something different. I found the tune the figure whistles in an old folk songbook. Apparently, it's a death march from the 1800s. I'm going to whistle back. I don't know what will happen, but I can't keep living like this. If you don't hear from me again,